Welcome back, dear viewers, and now in this segment of our program Cairo Local Time, we are going to talk about means of empowering youths and improving their skills, and how can we encourage them to play an effective role in the society. And we are joined today by Mrs. Rania Lila. She's a soft skills trainer and motivational speaker. Good afternoon, Mrs. Rania.
Hi, how are you?
So talking about empowering youth is very important in today's life. So let's talk about why should we now work on empowering youth and improving their skills.
We all strive to be better. We all daydreaming about the things we want to achieve and about the things we want to have. And we feel a little bit desperate when we find it difficult to achieve what we want in life. Some people fight for the things they want. Some other people surrender, just give up. And youth specifically, they feel a little bit confused before and after graduation. They know quite well that there are some skills they have to develop and improve, but they don't know how to start their path. Or what are the specific skills that they need to acquire or to develop.
So, Mrs. Rania, what are the most demanding skills in the professional world?
First of all, there are two kinds of skills, business skills and life skills. In order to be professional or great in business skills, you need first to know about the life skills. Business skills are for the workplace, the business environment, and all these things, such as managerial skills and sales and marketing, problem solving, decision making. But you need first to know how to develop yourself from inside. That's why you need to develop your life skills first. And the most demanding skills in the world today, on the professional world too, are the emotional intelligence and public speaking, presentation skills.
So talking about emotional intelligence, can you elaborate more on it?
Emotional intelligence is #1 skill now in the business world. All the business owners, maybe in the past, they asked from the employees to have like this high IQ skills, but it's different now. Emotional intelligence is about mastering your emotions, controlling your emotions. That empathy you feel towards others by imagining yourself in their shoes or in their situations.
Yes.
Handling the relationships. To be self-motivated. We all know that motivation is the power that drives people to do lots in their lives. But to be self-motivated, it's more powerful tool.
Yes, also, Mrs. Laila, you are a motivational speaker. So tell us more about this issue and to what extent that you can help youth.
As I told you previously, that youth should focus more on themselves. They should fix themselves, improve themselves. You can be a great manager or great worker. You have a great opportunity and you're great in your sales and all these things. But you can't handle your stress. You can't control your emotions. You vent your anger towards all the co-workers around you. You spread negativity. And you should fix that. That's why I all the time motivate people to focus on their mindset. You should twist your mindset. Have that tough mindset, positivity. To change the way of thinking. To adopt the good mentality, positive mentality. Stay away from negative and try, if you just like anyone else, if you feel that negative emotions, it's okay, we all human beings. But don't focus on this negative emotion. Try to distract yourself. And I mean by distraction here, not just the distractions like the social platforms and all these things. You will control your distraction. Now I feel angry. And I know the reason behind this. I know why I feel angry. I could define my own emotion. But now I will distract myself. I will change my mood. I will choose my mood right now. I will distract myself for a specific, maybe 15 minutes, to go for a walk, to go dance, to watch anything, the comedy, whatever. I will change my mood. So youth should improve themselves, adopt to this positive mentality, change their way of thinking, control more about their emotions, and of course, to motivate themselves.
And how do you evaluate the government's efforts to empower youth?
Concerning the training courses that now are spreading, you know, like in the whole state, it's a great effort.
Yes.
You know, yes, and now the way of thinking of youth, I like it so much when everyone after graduation, I will maybe take many courses in business skills, and I will search for opportunities. They are not now waiting for other or for someone just give them opportunity or offer them opportunity. They are independent enough, and this way of thinking, they got it from the governmental
support
towards
the support from the government.
Yes.
Do you think that there is a gap between the demands of the market and the education system in Egypt? Now we need to make more improvement and to develop the education system to meet the needs of the market. When you meet youth, you feel that they should work more on themselves and develop more skills.
Definitely. Specifically, when it comes to the life skills, as I told you.
Life skills.
Life skills, yes. They should teach in schools the presentation skills. Okay. There are many schools now.
Yes, to be in contact with people.
Yes, to speak to crowds. It's the most challenging thing that may face maybe people. You know, it's number one fear in the world. It's a shocking fact. Yes. Death is number two, but public speaking is number one. So maybe one will be like great in sales or great in whatever, but he can't face people. He will feel shy, feel that inner fear deep inside him. Schools should teach presentation skills, focus on how students can handle their emotions, can maybe follow the rules, can handle their stress. Self-awareness is the most important thing. How to be aware about yourself, how you can define your own emotions, define your own flows and strength points and weakness points.
So you think that by defining strength, weakness points and strength points, youth can start to develop their skills?
Yes, yes,
so
absolutely.
This is the start,
yes,
the beginning.
This is the start, yes. You need to fix yourself first, as I told you, from inside out, not outside in. You can go and learn as much as you can, but at the end, you still cannot handle yourself. You can define, you can name your own emotions till now. So how you will do some progress, how you will gonna achieve your goals.
So talking about public speaking, it is very crucial and very important for youths, as we talked about. So how can we help them develop these skills?
We can teach them how to...
How do you do that in your work?
Okay, in my work, I have some steps, of course, to follow. Number one, try to take every chance you've got to talk in front of people.
So you take them and teach them to confront people.
Yes, it is the most important thing because they have this inner feeling, you know, as we call it like glossophobia, from facing the crowd. So you need to break this thing or just make use to it or used to it. Okay, every chance you've got in the middle of your friends, any meeting gathering or something, any meeting, try to stand up and talk out loud and maintain your eye contact with people. You know, because public speaking holds many other skills, communication skills, body language, eye contact, floor management, storytelling. Don't underestimate the power of storytelling. Storytelling is crucial these days because people love stories. Any message you want to deliver, you will deliver it smoothly and effectively through a story. You need to know all about these skills, and you will learn about all these skills through the public speaking. So I always advise my students or advise the people I know to go and talk wherever you've got the chance. Number two, try to use your imagination. Expect what are you up to. Now, I may go to a meeting, and I know that meeting, someone will ask me in a specific topic. So I can expect the questions. I can prepare myself really well for this thing. I can search, make my search, prepare myself, and be ready for any other question that they may ask me. This will increase my self-confidence and will increase my self-esteem as well. Because now youth need the self-confidence and self-esteem.
And do you think that youths these days are keen to learn the skills you are talking about? They come to you, they are willing to learn more about public speaking, presentation skills. So how do you see their keenness?
They are great. They know exactly that there are some skills they need to learn.
Yes.
But they don't actually know how to start. Whether we start with the business, like knowing about marketing and sales and all these things, or we go through public speaking maybe, or presentation skills, or to know about the emotional intelligence.
And I think they are both important. You
Both
have
important.
to have these marketing skills and presentation and
Absolutely,
public
yes.
speaking.
But there are some basics. First,
to start.
Yes, basics, and after this, after learn all about yourself, define yourself, improve your mindset, stay away from the victim mood. Because, you know, there is something called the victim mentality. Okay, life is not fair, and sit aside and whining and crying. Life is not fair, I have lots of flaws and all these things. Stay away from victim mentality. Life is not fair.
So you meet many youths who have this mentality.
Yes. You need to fix this first.
Yes.
And this
to think positive.
Yes, to think positive, and you will see other ways. Just try to perceive everything around you. There are many things that good around you. Just look at the bright side. Look in a positive way. Change the way of your thinking. And after this, just fix yourself from inside and go outside and learn whatever you want.
Also, there was the youth conference last week, and it was held under the title Innovate and Advance. So how do you see this title, Innovate and Advance? How do you see the government's efforts to help youth to innovate, to be more creative, not to wait for the job to come to them? How can we help them to do that?
As I mentioned before, the government has a great role in this part, and the title was just awesome, great.
Yes, innovate and advance.
Yes, it suits really the state of the youth. And they are all now trying to be creative and be innovative. Yes, they are trying hard. They just, as I told you, need some guidelines, some inspiration, some motivation. But rather than that, they know that they won't wait for any other work opportunities. They will search it by themselves. Maybe they will create it by themselves, like the startups and all these things. They are all by youth.
Yes. And do you think that youths these days are different and are more intellectual and more smart than before, and they know what they want to do?
Yes.
They are more focused.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe because we are now in this hectic life, this crazy life, you know, with high technology and modernization. Yes, they know that they need to adapt themselves to the needs of the business world.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe they start very early through their college. You know, I know some people in their college starting, you know, to search for other opportunities, to gain more information, to gain more experience, to adapt themselves, to be ready for the big goal they have in their minds.
So setting goals also is a very important thing for youth to decide. How to help them, how can you help them to set their goals?
Your goal should be realistic.
Yes.
Don't say that I will go to the moon next month, maybe. Should be realistic. Should be time-paced. You should set time to your goal. Don't say, okay, I have a plan for the next 10 years. No, just slash your big goal into smaller tasks.
Yes.
And achieve each task in a time or at a time. This will motivate you to do more in your life.
So also talking about the challenges that face youths in the coming period, can you tell us more about these challenges? How can we face them?
Challenge concerning youth?
Youth, yes. The challenges that face them these days. Competition is very high, I think.
Yes, I can tell it's all about the skills and the experience. But fortunately, youth these days got the idea, and that's why they prepare themselves maybe through the high school. They know that this competitive world, you need to fight to get what you want.
Yes.
You can't give up because they're gonna eat you alive, as you say. You need to fight to get what you want. That's why I have to get some weapons to fight, to be ready for this battle, which are the skills, the business skills and other skills, the language, learn language. It's crucial these days.
And how long does it take youths to develop these skills of public speaking, presentation?
Any skill to be developed, just like you need to go through a process.
Yes.
Number one, the attitude. You should hold a positive attitude, positive mindset. It's all about mindset. Mindset matters, really matters. Now I will change my habits, because habits define you, right? Everything you do in the morning is a habit, and the habits define you, whether they are good habits or bad habits. So you have to get this positive attitude, change your habits to be good habits. After this, do what you love. Pick anything that makes you feel positive, makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel happy when you do it. You're interested in that thing and try to follow it. Do what you love. Next, obsession. You need to obsess with the idea. Public speaking or emotional intelligence, I need to think about it, live it, imagine it, dream about it. Obsession is the key. That will motivate you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, please.
Network. Search for some learners just like you, like-minded people. This will motivate you and practice with you and will encourage you to do more. Find a role model. Role model in the specific skill you want to learn or earn. This will motivate you. You will follow his steps, follow his achievements, and don't ever try to compare yourselves to others. You are unique and one of a kind. You can't compare yourself. You can make a mistake. Just try to make it like a motivation for you. Okay? Just follow his steps, see his achievements, motivate yourself, and try to do whatever suits you. But don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourselves to others. The last thing, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. After you know all the things, maybe read like 10 or 100 books about this skill, find your own network and find the role model. After this, you need to practice this skill. Practice to the core, indulge yourself to the core, to the fullest in this skill with your tribe that you made, that you constructed through your network.
So what are your tips to fresh graduates from where they can start? Start by developing soft skills, or by taking courses, or by working, or what do you think they should do?
Number one, fix yourself first. Search for these life skills and make sure that you are good from inside. Help people, stay away from negativity and victim mentality. Stop playing the blame game. Most of us play the blame game. I blame all the society for my flaws. I failed because of the society. I can't earn anything, I can't learn anything because of the society. This is the blame game. You should quit the blame game and start ahead. Bravery to the unknown. Learn about the things that can improve yourself from inside, like emotional intelligence, control your emotions, feel empathy towards people, self-aware, handling your relationships, self-motivate yourself. Then after this, go and learn about the business skills. And of course, we can't ignore the language. English language is crucial, is essential. Yes, you should learn it, you should acquire it. Yes. You should practice it with
improve your language skills.
Yes, yes. It's crucial these days if you want to make it.
Yes. So finally, before wrapping up this edition of Cairo Local Time, I would just want to encourage youth with some advices again, if you want to tell them anything before ending up this
Yes,
edition.
definitely. Hone your skills. Take your craft seriously. Stay away from the herd mentality, and stay away from the victim mentality.
Yes.
Yes. Improve yourself. Try to read more about the self-improvement and self-help. This will encourage you. This will motivate you. Try to self-motivate yourself. Motivation is crucial.
And you usually advise them to start their own business, to encourage them to be entrepreneurs, not to wait for the job.
Yes, of course, it will be great, but maybe this is the step number 2. But number 1, focus on yourself first. Build yourself from scratch. Build your mentality, your positive attitude.
You want them to be more solid.
Yes. After this, go and open your own business. It will be great. Anyway, you will think about that when you're holding the life skills and business skills in the other hand. You will feel that you own the world. You can. You will have the courage, you will have the power, the experience, the knowledge to open your own business.
Yes.
You will get this idea it goes without saying.
Okay, I'd like to thank you, Mrs. Rania Leila, soft skills trainer and motivational speaker. Thank you for being with
You're
us.
welcome.
And
It's
happy
my
Eid
pleasure.
to you and your family. And
Thank you.
it was a pleasure having you in our program.
Thank you. It's my honor.
Thank you so much. And now, dear viewers, by that we come to the end of today's edition of Cairo Local Time. Stay tuned for more is coming up on 9 TV International.